Now let's get to the third type of comparison plots. It's radar charts. It's also known as spider charts. It displays multivariate data in the form of two-dimensional chart with three or more quantitative variables represented on the axis starting from the same point. The key features in the radar chart are the axis, spokes, data points, and area or line. The spokes here represent the various features being used together for comparing. The data points are presented on each spoke for each data, and then area or line is used for representing the visual information. So the common use cases for radar plots is used in visualizing multivariate data with three or more quantitative variables together. Very much useful when comparing the values of multiple variables across different observations or data series. It is useful for highlighting strengths and weaknesses or patterns in a data set, especially when the variables are related or interdependent, and useful in assessing the relative performance or characteristics of different entities or categories. So for best visual effect, for best performance of these radar charts, the best practices would be to use radar charts sparingly and considerately, as they can become cluttered and difficult to interpret with too many variables or data series. So if the number of variables increased and we try to put more variables onto the radar chart, it becomes too much cluttered and difficult to understand. Always better to normalize the data if the variables have different scales to ensure fair comparison between them. So if we are talking about different parameters, then each parameter may be measured in different units, and because of that the values numerically may be too much different. Some values may be in terms of 1 to 10 scale, some values may be in terms of 1 to 1000 scale, some values may be in terms of millions. Then it becomes difficult for using a radar chart directly, because the one which is shown in millions will uh, not allow other variables to be visible. So better we need to normalize before using the radar chart. Then we must ensure to arrange the axis in a logical order to facilitate the interpretation and comparison easy. So we can use colors and patterns to distinguish between different data series and consider adding a legend if necessary. Definitely legend is always appreciated if it is used, and proper labels must be provided for the axis and title to explain the purpose and context of the chart. Definitely title, labels, legend, colors, and the order of the axis, all these do matter when it comes to conveying the information more easily to the stakeholders. So that's some best practices we need to ensure. Now we are looking at one example about the uh, radar chart. Sorry, this title is wrong. It's a radar chart. Here we are talking about various uh, parameters like communication skills, punctuality, problem solving, meeting deadline, teamwork, technical knowledge, job satisfaction. So there are so many parameters available for that, and there are three data we have. One shown in the red, which talks about work from home. The other one shown in the orange, which talks about work from office. And third one is shown in the green, which is working in the hybrid mode. And if you look at that, it's trying to convey the information very clearly that if you just consider the work from home option, then we do have a better meeting deadline, 10 out of 10. So we can see that the polygons are there with different sizes. Concentric polygons are there, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 0 in the middle, 10 on the outer polygon. So here we can see that about meeting deadline, if it is important, then green and red are better one. So either hybrid mode or work from home, we can meet the deadline the maximum. But when it comes to technical knowledge, then all three have the same result, whether it is work from home or work from office or hybrid. Now looking at the job satisfaction, so working from office has least job satisfaction, working from home is better, but hybrid mode of working has highest job satisfaction. Coming to the problem solving abilities, then hybrid mode is outperforming other two. So that way, if you just look at all these things, we can see that in all the corners, the green is always best. So looking at all the parameters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parameters are used together to understand which mode of working is better. Then looking at that, we can see visually that all the cases green is always on the extreme end, outermost point always is the green. Therefore we can easily say that the hybrid mode of working is more recommended because it's going to provide us all possible best results, whether it is communication skills or punctuality or problem solving or meeting deadline or teamwork or technical knowledge or job satisfaction. Take anything. Yes, of course, green one shows the best, and hence we can recommend the hybrid mode of working. So this all are possible only when we put this in the form of a radar chart. So that's advantage of that. But only thing is there are only three data, so we could do it. But if the data increases to 10 or 20, then definitely this is not recommended way of working. We need to find some other way, not the radar chart. So that's for radar chart, and that's for the comparison plots. Next session we start looking at what relation plots are and the details of them. So till then, see you, take care.